Hello, we're making pajama pants. This is our pattern. Fast and easy buttrick Fashion Express 1 hour pattern. Kids 3 to 6. I would estimate it'll take a little longer than an hour. So we are cutting out our pattern pieces. Right now we're pinning the pattern pieces. I'm going to move the camera so you can see what I'm doing better. So we folded our fabric the long skinny way with right sides together. Once it's done, you'll see this dinosaur print on the outside, but right now that's folded together. I have pattern pieces. I'm reusing a pattern that somebody else already cut out on a size, looks like a size 10-12. I'm going to make the size 3-4. If you're going to reuse a pattern, if there's one size that's bigger and another that's smaller, do the bigger size first, and then you can continue to cut down. So here we are. My fabric hangs off my table a little bit, that's okay. I'm going to try and get up to the top, making sure I still have 2 thicknesses, because my pattern says cut 2. You see that? It says cut 2 on there. So I'm going to lay that down, and I'll be going through both thicknesses. And also, because this is a print with a direction, I'm going to think about that. I want my dinosaurs and mammoths and other animals up, with the waist considered the top and then going up. Otherwise, they'd all be upside down. Now, when I'm pinning a pattern piece, I need to look at the grain line. I'm going to move this down so you can get a better look. There's this line in the middle of the pattern that says grain line. I want that to be straight up and down with the grain of the fabric. So the way I'm going to do that is take a pin. I'm going to put the pin in just one end. And that's going to be my pivot point. Now I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to measure from that one end of the grain line to the edge of the fabric. Let's see. Okay, I got 7 inches. So now the bottom of my grain line should also be 7 inches away from the edge. So go down there and I'll measure. Oh, not quite 7 inches, but it's only pinned in one place, so I can pivot it out until it's also exactly 7 inches. And then I'm going to pin that. Now I know that my pattern piece is on the grain and my pajama pants will hang right and fit right. Otherwise they get all twisty and puckery and weird. From there, I'm going to pin. I'm going to pin in the corners on the inside of where I want to cut. So this is the size 3-4 line for long pants. So I'll put a pin there. Always on the inside, so when I'm coming with my scissors, I don't have to remove my pin. I'll put one in the corner over here. And then just along the edge, every 6 inches or so. Up here at the crotch, I want to pay special attention to where my line is. It's right here. And then up at the top, it's the same for pretty much all of them. It's just one line. Again, I'm pinning inside. If I went over like that, then I just have to move it when I come with my scissors, and that'll waste time. Over here, I'm finding 3-4 again, because that's the size I'm using. Your size might be 10-12 or 14-16, or if you're using the adult pattern, small, medium, large, extra large. And I'm just about done. Now you'll notice on the pattern there are these little marks, they're notches. You want to bump out for those. Make a big bump like a trapezoid for 2 and a little bump like a triangle for 1. And you might even want to take a highlighter marker and just highlight over where you're going to cut. If you look closely, you can see this one was highlighted in pink the last time it was cut. And that's all there is to it, to pinning. We'll pin the next piece down below. We're still going to think about the direction that we're going, because this is not just a solid color or a non-directional print. I want the waist as my up direction and all of my animals going up that way, so I'm going to end up with my waist coming up next to my cuff here. If it were all solid, I could put waist to waist or cuff to cuff, it wouldn't matter, but I want everything going the same direction. So we have the waist at the top here and the waist at the top here. And I'll do the same thing with this grain line and pinning all around, and then I'll be ready to cut.